Ukemi is often seen as falling practice or how to fall or translated as forward roll, but it actually teaches much more than that. In martial arts studies, most injuries happen to beginners during throws or falls. So that's one reason why Ukemi is so important. It protects you while you're learning. If somebody's practicing a throw, then somebody has to get thrown. So that person getting thrown has to know how to fall. So this is just a very basic, important reason for Ukemi. If you get injured, you can't come to the dojo for a while. You've got to heal. So if you want to get good at Aikido, you've got to be able to come to the dojo and train. So this is the basic benefit of Ukemi. And then also, of course, if you're walking on the sidewalk and you slip on ice or something, or you fall for whatever reason, learning how to fall, knowing how to fall is a great skill, not just a martial arts skill. Other benefits to Ukemi: learning timing, learning balance, and also Ukemi allows you to study connection. And while you're studying connection, you gain more information from Nage. If you're even intermediate level, you, I'm sure, can understand when I talk about how a beginner grabs your wrist, and then when they realize, oh, it's time to take a roll, they disengage from your wrist, they set up their feet and their hands, and they take their roll. Or they say, no, I'm not doing rolls yet today. I hurt my back, whatever, okay? So they disengage, and then there's a gap where they're not connected to you anymore, and then they take their roll. But as they get better, that moment where they disengage becomes smaller and smaller and smaller. And finally, they're able to keep a hold, and they don't disengage until they're actually in midair. And then with the other hand, actually, you know, they can keep a hold through the whole fall. So if you're grabbing a hold of Nage or Tori, then as you're holding them, you're gaining information. Information is being transmitted, whether they're tight or they're doing this or they're doing that, you know, rotating the wrist outward, rotating the wrist inward. Your body and mind is collecting all that information, and it's being collected faster than you would be able to articulate that. And you're collecting information on their timing, and then you're responding to all of that. The conversation is going. One of the reasons that we work on improving our Ukemi is so that we can not only protect ourselves and keep from getting hurt when we're being thrown, but also so that we can maintain this connection so that we continue to get all the information. So getting thrown by somebody really high level, there's a lot of really valuable information being transmitted. And the longer I can stay connected to that person, literally, physically, the more information I'm able to gather, right? That just stands to reason. What happens then is that the Ukemi improves your technique. So you understand, consciously or subconsciously, you understand the movement better. You understand the technique better because you collected all that information. And you recognize when the balance changes. And so you can replicate those balance changes as well. And so your technique improves overall. So let me tell you a story. Two of my senpai often talk about the young people today. You know, if you forget, as senpai, if you forget and you go to throw them a fifth time, they say, oh no, it's my turn, that's 5, my turn now to throw you. And they would often laugh about that, like, oh my gosh, we could never say that to our senpai. And the one guy said, yeah, those first 3 years, our senpai would throw us 10 or 15 times for every 2 to 4 times that they'd let us throw them. And the other guy said, what? You got to throw people those first 3 years? The second guy, somebody brought him to the Aikido dojo and said, hey, this kid needs some guidance. This was the 70s, Japan. So they decided, okay, we'll throw him a lot. So the story is that he got thrown for 3 years straight. You didn't get to throw anybody the first 3 years. And so now he's seventh Dan. His Aikido is beautiful. He's still taking Ukemi. He's a prime example. And these other guys too, who got thrown, 10 or 20 times for every 2 or 3 that they could throw their senpai. These are great examples of how taking Ukemi for really good people is really, really valuable. In conclusion, Ukemi may be the most underestimated teacher in Aikido. We'll wrap it up there. Before we go, by the way, a couple special announcements. I'll be teaching in Marple in the UK this weekend. So come along to that if you've got the time and the interest. We can train together. And I'll be in Boston in 2 weeks just for one night, July 1st. July 15th through 19th is a big event. Los Angeles, 30th anniversary of AKI USA, Aikido Kenkikai International USA. Please come join me. It's the 30th anniversary of the organization that I created when I came back after about 10 years in Japan. There will be a demonstration on Saturday. There'll be classes. I'll be the main instructor. Numata Sensei will also have some classes, and various AKI instructors will have classes. Also, the demo will be myself, some AKI instructors, and also some of the wonderful dojo cho who have hosted me over the years will be giving demos. So please come along to that. Also in September, I'll be taking a group with me to Germany. So if you'd like to get in on that, the deadline is coming up soon to register for that. So look in the description below, click the link, and let's train together in person. Thanks so much for tuning in. See you again next time. Bye-bye.